Good way to save Smriti Irani ji. She is sitting quite silent because she has got no answer, and Jha Sahab is in fact coming to her rescue because he is unnecessarily trying to bring his things which they themselves are feeling embarrassed about, Aruna Rai ji and other things. So let us try to put the BJP house in order first, then try to talk about Congress.
Arnab.
Sure, there's no leadership issue in the Samajwadi Party because it's completely dynastic. One sec, Smriti Irani's Smriti Irani, before I come to you, Aarti Jairath.
Yeah, Sanjay Jha, I mean, while we're mocking the BJP for not being able to sort out its leadership issue, what about you? Who's going to be your prime ministerial candidate in the next elections? Is it going to be Manmohan Singh again, or are we going to see Rahul Gandhi? You also haven't come out with a prime ministerial candidate. So, why mock the BJP?
Aarti, let me tell you, I completely agree with you that we will be forming the government and we will have an option to create a prime minister, but we will follow our rich traditions of convening after the elections are over, sitting with our majority team and electing a leader. We have some eminent people, and at that point of time, we'll take a call. But we are not like the BJP, which is a fractured house and seriously in disorder. But that's for Smriti Irani to act. And let me clarify, I'm not sitting here and gloating with any degree of satisfaction. This has been the BJP story for several years. It's not a new story actually. It's just got a new twist in the tail. That's about it.
Okay, let's go back to the Narendra Modi versus Advani story. Smriti Irani, I'm going to come back to you. I'll give you equal turn. You're not finding much support on this panel. You're not finding any support on the panel. I will, but I want to just ask Sankarshan Thakur, who has been stoically silent today, that Sankarshan, in your view, in your considered view, what explains the change in line of Mr. Lalkrishna Advani, who in November 2011 declared Gujarat is the only well-developed state of India, and then now says, what has Modi done? He's only made Gujarat a better state. What explains this change of line between November 2011 and now in June 2013 of Mr. Advani?
Isn't that a no-brainer, Arnab?
No, I just want you to reiterate it with facts so I can get a response from Smriti.
Is the emergence of Mr. Narendra Modi as the prime ministerial player in the BJP? And I am unable to speak for the BJP or its cadres in any sense, but my sense is that if you take an opinion poll among the BJP's workers, its supporters, its cadres, Narendra Modi today has no competitor. He has no competitor. So in a sense, what Mr. Advani is doing now, to me, is also a bit, unfortunate, I'm sad to say this, is also a bit comic and a bit laughable.
Oh.
Because Narendra Modi, wherever you go, even in that meeting where in Gwalior, where Mr. Advani said these controversial things, when he mentioned Narendra Modi's name, I am told the applause was the loudest. So, there is, at least among the, the votaries of the Bharatiya Janata Party, a groundswell of support for Narendra Modi, like it or not, which no other party leader is able to match. And the pressure now and the battle now within the party is whether to make that official or whether to stall it beyond the election, because that is where the issue of allies comes in.
So, Smriti, the cut and
how
thrust.
Comfortable they will be with Mr. Modi or not.
The question is this: you appeared on TV so many times during the Gujarat elections, and you know, and I know, and everyone knows that the cut and thrust of Narendra Modi's election campaign was in the claim that in his years in power, he has brought about a turnaround in the state. Simple. That Narendra Modi brought about a turnaround in the state and in the lives of the ordinary Gujaratis. Please tell us, Smriti Irani, why is L K Advani busting that? Even though the elections are over, you must tell us why L K Advani is busting Narendra Modi's claim.
Now that you've spun your web, may I answer?
I asked a question.
Firstly, I know I heard it. Now may I answer?
Yes.
I never thought that I'd see this magical day where I'll have RTG's sympathies, where I'll have Mr. Farooqi's support, and I'll have Shankar Sen on your channel complimenting Narendra Modi. I will only say this.
I am not complimenting him at all. Listen, I am not complimenting Narendra Modi at all.
Oh, okay.
All
There's no need to get so offended.
1 minute. All I'm saying
There's no need to get so offended. Allow me to finish.
In the eyes of the BJP... No. Don't. I will not allow you to misrepresent me. All I said was, in the eyes of the BJP cadres and supporters, he is by far the front runner. I am not complimenting Narendra Modi at all. So please don't misrepresent me. I am just stating what I understand to be the truth.
My question was, I repeat my question in 10 seconds.
Why is
Advani busting Modi's claim of doing a turnaround in the state?
Precisely because what Shankar Singh is saying, that Modi has emerged as a front runner and front runner has to be busted.
No, I know, but I just want
Shankar Singh is absolutely right. Because Modi has come about as a front runner within the BJP, so Advani has to come and assert his line.
Please allow her to speak.
No, I will allow her to speak.
Please allow her to speak.
No, I will, Mr. Farooqi. But I just wanted to rephrase the question, reiterate the question, so that we can have Smriti Irani's direct response to that question. Because she's not answering directly to that question, despite my asking her many times. Yes,
I have not been allowed to answer directly because you've been interjecting, Mr. Goswami. Now, may I have the opportunity to directly respond? I think if you look at Mr. Advani's statement, which has been played on your channel since morning, he is extremely categorical in the compliments that he has paid to Mr. Modi, that he has done a fine job in Gujarat. Every Indian knows that though Gujaratis were extremely prosperous, Gujarat was a state which did not have 24-hour electricity, which did not have good roads leading to every village. That Mr. Shankar Sen is not a compliment. It's a statement of fact.
You need to get your facts right, Smriti Irani.
Manisha's rebuttal.
I need to get my facts right, Mr. Jha. You need to be jolted away and face reality, sir.
Why compare a BJP chief minister to another BJP chief minister?
Good point.
Why not compare Shivraj Singh Chouhan to a Sheila Dikshit?
Why
do this?
I mean,
it's clear. And the fact that Mr. Advani is raising.
No. What? One sec. Mr. Advani is drawing an indirect comparison.
On growth rates, there is no debate. There is no debate. Mr. Narendra Modi led India's growth rates. He led global growth rates. There is Arvind Panagaria at Columbia, at Newshour in Times of India, op-ed pages confirmed. Manufacturing sector growth rates 27%. Leads global growth rates. It's in a slump all over in this sector. Now, what's the point, controverting facts and comparing your own chief minister to another one of your own? Use the compare and contrast for a political end, for God's sake, don't use it to ruin your own party.
And they are also comparing with former Prime Minister.
And Smriti, just going back to you, Smriti, the fact of the matter is this, that Mr. Advani repeatedly has been doing one thing. He mentions Modi, and in the very next sentence, he goes on to praise some other BJP leader to the skies. If I'm not mistaken,
and he goes public with it.
You were there, I'm sure, when the BJP National Council meeting was happening, where he went on to say, Sushma gives me the same complex that Vajpayee used to give me. I tell Sushma that you create this complex in me. She has explained everything so eloquently. And then, you see, and I'll tell you what he had said, Smriti. He had said, I heard two chief ministers, Shivraj Singh Chouhan and Narendra Modi. And then he says, then Sushma ji came to speak. She told us exactly how the UPA should be removed from power. In other words, nobody else had. What we should be doing in the next few months. In other words, nobody else had. How elections are to be managed. In other words, nobody else had. She told us about the importance of both committees and so on. She said all that had to be said. I mean, and then comparing to Mr. Vajpayee. So the question was this, Smriti Irani, that L K Advani is repeatedly doing this to undermine Narendra Modi. Everybody in the panel seems to be in agreement with that.
The panel consists of Mr. Jha, Mr. Farooqi, RTJ, Shankar Sen. I'm not surprised that they are speaking in united voice, and let me not forget Mr. Ketkar. But let me reiterate, like I did in the beginning of your program, if Mr. Advani finds it fit to compliment each and every leader of the BJP, which includes Mr. Narendra Modi, which includes Sushma ji, which includes Raman Singh ji, which includes Shivraj Singh ji Chouhan.
And at a time,
but why these comparative statements?
Right
no, why?
Compliment.
But why this comparative?
Why would you deny him the right to compliment?
No, but why these comparative statements are not made inside the meeting?
Party.
Why are they made public? Why are you coming out in public about the differences? It doesn't matter for me, but that's not the point.
Why would Mr. Advani shy away from complimenting Mr. Modi and Mr. Shivraj Singh Chouhan?
He is not doing that. He is doing vis-a-vis one chief minister.
He has complimented both the chief ministers.
He has not complimented both. He has run down one. He has run down one and complimented the other. He has not complimented both. He has not equated both. He has run down one.
I understand the compulsion, Mr. Ketkar, to stretch the argument when at the onset of the debate I have told you that the rift so-called which has been played out is imaginary.
In fact, Mr. Advani wants to make the rift public. In fact, Advani has done that very consciously. He wants the rift to be known. He wants the rift to be known across the party, across the Sangha Parivar.
Mr. Modi himself.
No, but Advani wants it. Advani wants to go to public.
Of many leaders in the BJP.
No, but what is Manish Tiwari's tweet?
Nobody expected Smriti Irani to come on this program and say that what you're talking about this rift is actually factual.
No, but it is it is in a context. No, Sankarshan.
What's surprising about
No, Sankarshan.
Mr. Sankarshan, last I checked, I was in the BJP, not you. So it's only me on this panel who can speak with authority about what is happening.
I said we cannot expect you to come on this program and say this rift is factual. So what you're doing is merely your job, which is fine. It's acceptable.
So what you're telling me is that an unnamed source is more believable than the official representative.
No, this is not unnamed source. This is a named source.
There's a man on the stage called L K Advani.
There is a named source. There is no unnamed source here.
And Mr. Advani has been complimentary of Mr. Modi's work.
He has rated Shivraj Singh Chouhan over.
No, you might all try.
I think you on a great performance tonight.
Well, I think Smriti, the fact of the matter is this: Manish Tiwari came out with a tweet, and I'll tell you what his tweet is. Why? And the question is, Smriti, why would a BJP leader like Mr. Advani put his own party in such a situation where everyone from Shakil Ahmed to Manish Tiwari is now commenting? Manish Tiwari says this: BJP story by Advani ji, Chouhan ji versus Modi ji, versus Rajnath ji versus Sushma ji, versus Jaitley ji versus Gadkari ji, RSS versus BJP ji, civil war in Parivar ji. No, the fact of the matter is this. I know why would a seasoned leader, and I'll give you the Smriti, would a seasoned leader like Lal Krishna or Advani not be aware that 3 days before your party top leaders meet in Goa, to be putting the party in such a situation where the leadership fight, which is already talked about, is becoming an object of ridicule? 2 days after expelling Ram Jethmalani, is this the show of discipline within the BJP? And why do you say anyone's wrong when they are saying this fight is in the open? It's in the open, it's there for all to see. Now you'll have to settle it. Not you, as in the party.
Nobody is denying your report that Mr. Narendra Modi did make those calls to the party president. And
I am sitting here, Mr. Sen. Put that question to me.
I have it on. I can tell you very much. You will never confirm it, Smriti. You will never confirm it. Come on. I don't expect you to confirm those calls were made.
But I do expect you to tell me, Arnab, if what you say is true, then who is it that gave you that information?
Yeah, and if I were to either under persuasion or intimidation from Smriti Irani start revealing my sources, then I'd not be a journalist and I will not do that. But I have full faith in our report, and I can tell you also know what we are saying is right. You can come out with an official denial because you will never accept the reality about what is going on at the top levels of your party. At least you won't on record. You might when the cameras stop rolling. Yes, Manisha.
Do something about the factionalism.
Like I said, I am the only official representative on your channel tonight.
Of all the faction leaders.
On record or off record, I will reiterate what I have said at the beginning of the show.
But on record, Mr. Vijay Goyal seems to be projected as the leader, but you have the others being left out. So clearly in state after state, where the BJP is going to be fighting the Congress directly, what one can see on the ground is a clear story of factionalism writ large. I mean, how on earth are you going to, boot yourself for the elections that are just round the corner? I mean, there is not just the Advani versus Modi, there is also a rank and file factionalism that can be seen.
Well,
what is the recipe that they have to be able to come together before they fight the elections? Karnataka could have been unusual, but what about the other states?
You know, when we used to always say that in a college debate that you're in the person to be complimented the most in a debate who has the job of defending the indefensible. Now, I wouldn't say Smriti thinks what she's doing is indefensible, but for being one person in a panel of 7, in a clear minority and for holding her own, Smriti Irani, I compliment you for that. It's and to all our panelists, let's see what happens in Goa. I think the story won't be over till we know. Okay, we'll give you the last word today. I think you completely deserve it. Yes.
I will only say all those who are perplexed, all those who are pondering, all those who are extremely disturbed about what is to happen in 2014. I know, Mr. Goswami, you do not personally subscribe to many polls which have been undertaken by various newspapers, but the writing is on the wall. It is the BJP-led NDA which will form the government in 2014. Since Mr. Ketkar, in this entire show, I never had the esteemed opportunity of addressing you. Let me just take off from your remark about Atalji's masks. Let me tonight quote Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who when confronted with many challenges said to each and every BJP worker, क्या हार में क्या जीत में किंचित नहीं भयभीत में संघर्ष पथ पर जो मिले ये भी सही वो भी सही हार मानेंगे नहीं. We will continue to address the issues of development in a united fashion, Arnab, irrespective of the imaginary tales spewed out on Times Now tonight.
Well, the last person who spoke about the mask, the last person who spoke about the mask is no longer in the BJP. Thank you very much for joining me on the Newshour debate tonight. Thank you.